Hello, welcome back. All right, Brandon Media Strategies. Let's do it. Session 7, phase 3. Burning through this one. We're doing great. I will talk about text on backgrounds and text on images for the second session, but I want to jump in and talk about phase 3, into which we are introducing. So you've already, you know what to do here, right? We know we have a poster and flyer, and I have the link here. But now we have introduced a tent with backdrop and half walls. We want directional signage, a die cut sticker. You got to create a die line. I'll get into that in the final week. And a t-shirt design. I'll get into that in the final week. So I'm going to cover off on these two since we know how to do posters and flyers, and I have all that information for you. You can go back and watch the videos. Awesome stuff. I love it. So let's cruise. So I'm going to download these two, and I'm going to probably talk about directional signage first, just because it's flat art. And oh, good thing I did this. Oh, there it goes. All right. Oh, and this was all available to you. So let's download this, and then download these. I'm going to download, I can download this one, but we're not going to use the JPEG. We want to use the template. And then for all of you, we're going to probably open it into Illustrator. So what I can do with that JPEG is I'm just going to hit the preview button. This is the preview button. So this is the one that you're going to drop eventually by week 8. Yeah, on week 8 in the final, we're going to drop and make your tent look like this tent. We're going to put in all the parts and pieces in Photoshop. As we do, we have the 10 by 10 artwork template, which is, I'm going to zoom out, which comes in multiple pages, and it's set up for you. So that's the top. We have a, front, back. We have a secondary front, back, and then we have some extras. You pick what you want to work on. They're all there for you to easily work. We're going to open that up in Illustrator, and then we have our sandwich board designs, which is basically just a plain old setup. These are sized to an average sandwich board, and these should look like your artwork. So a sandwich board. If I go back, I'm going to open, I have my poster open. How awesome is that? I'm going to go back here. For the directional signage, 3 directional signs. This way with an arrow, vendors, and bathrooms with an arrow. All right, so I do 3. This way, so I can even just, for my mind, I'm going to copy and just like right on here in a dead area, paste. Dang it, you know what, I hit copy again. Okay, it knew. All right, and I'm just going to reduce this size, and then I'm going to take the free transform tool, scale it up so I can see it. All right, now you can basically really work well with this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything but the drawing. I'm going to get out of preview mode so I can get everything. I'm going to get all my swatches, all my stuff. Like, I'm going to copy everything but the background drawing, and I'm going to make sure my other thing is paste remember layers is on. So when I copy and then I go to paste on the first one, I do it right. So what did I not hit? Copy. Paste. There we go. Here we go. Logo, photos, body copy, color bars, background, layer 1. Great. It's all in there. So we can just move some stuff off. I don't need this. That can go to the side. The text I don't need, but I'm not going to delete it. Right? We got room. We don't need all this stuff. But what I want to keep is the title, the color bars, and the background. Now, looking at this, I'm like, you know what I should do? I'm going to X out of this. I'm going to cut that, and I'm actually going to go to my parent page, and I am going to put in my guides. So this is 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12. And if I scroll down, we got a 36er, which is 18. All right, I'm going to zoom back out, and then I'm going to paste this. So why did I paste this? Because now, look at this. It is on all artboards. I went to the wrong one. Let me do it. It's on all of these. So I can make all my adjustments here and get it to fit here and then work it from there. So I'm going to basically make sure I'm all the way out. That blue goes all the way out to the far-ish reaches of the bleed. We always do that. All right. Then I'm going to lock that. Then I got my color bars, and I'm going to set those to the margin. And then I'm going to do just some fun stuff. I'm going to pull them. So this should be able to pull without it reacting. And again, I'm just pulling all the way off. Go higher than you need to. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm going to leave a little blue edge. So I may change this. I'm going to change this just to let you know. But then we get our logo. I'm going to lock everything with the logo, and I'm going to probably group the logo. And then I can make that big. Now, I think I do want it big. Like, I want this to sing, because there's no other information. So that's not going to work unless I do something rad, which I want to do, which means I'm going to go back to Illustrator. And I have this is why you version. Look at this. I can copy that out. I want that. I want this shape, but I want it to rebuild it. Oh, okay. I know why. Okay. I have to go there. That's the shape I want. So I need to copy paste, and then I need to outline this. Object, path, outline stroke. And now I'm just going to group it all. So I'm just going to hit this. This made it into a solid shape. So I created a direct shape of the shape of my, and then I put a outline on it. So the outline, if you don't remember, allows me to like size that, see how it's going smaller, but see how it stays in proportion to the shape itself. That's why you use that outline. And I had it set at 100. It's like a lifesaver. It's like that super trick that I taught. It's something I taught myself, and I've stayed with forever. So I'm going to paste. I'll go to logo, and then like for this, I want it the blue background. So we can just click that. And then I'm going to size it. I'm going to go to object, arrange, send. Oh, I just want to send it to back, but backward was fine. Now I should, to make it easier on myself, I'm going to do that, turn off everything else. And then I'm going to free transform, hold down shift, and get it to the size I want. And then I'm going to think about why it's not working. Oh, because I have Frozen Custard Festival on it. All right, so I have to alter, which is fine. So the top should be correct. So I should be able to fix it with this. Now that base is wrong. So what I need to do, but it's not going to matter on this. It is not going to matter because all I'm looking to do is block out the orange and see how it looks. So that lines up. And then if I go to everybody's favorite tool here, go to preview, like that works for now, right? I got to make sure like that's perfectly in line. And it's too tall. I need more pulled down at the bottom so that it is consistent. See how this distance should be the same as the bottom distance, which means I can just grab that. It's just a vector object. And I should be able to grab it, hold down shift, and then I'm looking at this space and this space. Zoom back out. All right. So I have that. So I have that like a nice big logo. And now like if I want to change the logo, I'd be like, oh, it's too high. I'll just bring it down. I can just bring it down. And then, you know, now what's our first one? So I'm going to go back out of here. I'm only going to do one real quick. And then I go back to here. So now this is all set. And now I go back to here. And my first one is this way. So I have to figure out my font. Oh, it's just Times New Roman. No, what is this fat font? This is where I hope I saved one. Okay. Then I'm just going back, brag. This way with an arrow. Oh my God, you know how cool this is gonna be? This is where sometimes though the parent comes into a problem, but I'll show you, I just got a solution in my head and I'm pretty happy with it. And it just popped in my head. Okay, so text. Let's do a body copy. And I want it real big and it's gonna be this way. I'm gonna go to type. I got this. I can go to properties here as well. So wherever I want to work, I know that the font is Bragg. I want Bragg regular. I want it at like 200. I want it at like 300. I want it at like 5,000. I'm going to make my text box bigger. I'm stopping because I'm going to copy paste. And I want two separate text lines, meaning I want to be able to adjust these the way I want to and not have the computer do it for me. And I don't feel like monkeying around with like tracking, letting, kerning. Like if I'm happy with these letters and I'm just resizing. So now what I can do is do free transform, grab both of these, make them big, make them as big as I want. So now it's too big, but now I can size it down. And then I can do this stuff where I'm gonna go and like play with like their setting. I'm typesetting them, but I'm not having the computer do it. Like here, I can just like, boom, like super quick. Get this. I'm actually kind of happy with that. The way that I'm looking at every letter, the way this lines up, these line up, this lines up, this is pretty good right in there. And this almost cradles the S. So I'm kind of happy with that. Like, so if I could take this and if I did my tracking kerning to like -100, let's do minus 50. So see how that fits there now? Cool. And I'm going to bring it down. I want it directly in the center. So stripe, gap, and I'm going to eyeball the centering of it, and I'm going to move it over. Let's see, I'm going to look at this Y right here. It doesn't quite touch, and this S is plenty of room there. Now, I can just, I may have to make it smaller. Yeah. Okay, let's try my idea first. I take a box. I'm going to do one above the color bars, but below the text, and call it like arrow. Draw a box. Color that box is blue. I'm going to take my pen tool and like right at that intersection, right when it's got a plus, I think I put one on. I didn't mean for it to happen like that. I did not. I'm not zoomed in enough. This is what I'm trying to show you the whole screen when I work. I do not work like that. All right. Pull down a guide. Plus, there we go. That's what I wanted. Now, it's this way. One, it's the wrong color. So we go back up here. Oh my God, guys, I'm loving the new layers over here and properties over here. Always switch something on yourself. See how you can get it to work. Oh, this is looking beautiful. Shift. All right. That's to let people know which way the Custard Festival is. Now, I need to reverse it, but I don't want to change everything. So I'll go back to normal. I'll go to pages. I'll go to my parent. So this is parent A. Now, when I right click on it and I can make a duplicate. Now I have parent B. So all I have to do is grab my color bars, flip it. So I should be able to mirror it. If I can find it. Where's my scale? Oh, mirror. Did I run into this problem with you guys before? Flip, mirror. Oh, it's up here. There we go. My caps lock is on. All right. So all I had to do is line it back up with that line. Everything here, let's adjust that because now this looks like shit. And I'm just going to do it by hand. And I'm on parent B, logo. Too much. Nope. All right. That's looking rad. All right. I'm going to now, when I go back to pages and I go to page B, now all I have to do is pull this parent page in here, swap that out. Now I'm going the other direction. Now I go back up to A. I grab this and this. So I have to unlock the arrow and body copy, lock those, grab these two, copy, go to here and paste. Oh, I set it to the wrong, I put parent on the wrong one. Here we go. Oh, it's just introducing a whole new. Oh, I didn't know. Weird. Oh, that's new. Usually you assign it. Oh. Well, that's weird. Okay, that's new to me. All right, so then for this, I just need to flip it, move it. How far did I have it? The point. And then move the text over. And then I check it. So I have it this way. I got to make sure I don't see that little something sneaking through there. But I got this way and this way. There's a jump somewhere. I'm just going to correct that. Just that. You know what I do? Watch this. Properties. This is what I didn't like. There we go. There you go. Now it's missing. So I have a this way and a this way, 2 arrows, and then I got to make a bathroom and whatever. There we go. That's how I did that. Now let's quickly do a sandwich. Let's talk about the tent. The tent I'm just going to open directly. So I'm going to go to File, Open, go to my downloads on my computer. Downloads, there we go. Open. Close. I don't need this font. Now let's talk about things. I'm gonna hopefully this all makes sense to you when I talk about it. I'll talk about it more on Thursday as well. You have a top peak, a top valance, back, right? A back wall. You have a front back wall and a back wall. They do not need to be the same design. They actually shouldn't. And then you have 2 side walls, half side walls. Now, whoever did this, screwed up the render because it's showing it in reverse. But like the inside, a lot of this gets blocked by people. So if you put something super big and you put stuff down by the bottom, people are going to be standing in front of it. Nobody reads anything toward the bottom of an item, especially if it's a big back wall. So keep your information high, keep it up like real high so people can see it. If you put it down low, nobody's going to see it. As you can see, it's blocked by these sidewalls. You have different information on these sidewalls. So when you go through, think about that in each piece. I think these are left and right. They go across like this. And I'll zoom out. If you zoom out all the way, there's 5 artboards on this, okay? And a lot of times you can just like start to figure out, like, just do one thing at a time. So if I go with this, let's start here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go onto here. I got paste remember layers. And I'm going to go to paste. All my layers come in. So for the main part, just for designing, I want it all blue. So I can take a big blue background. I'm going to make sure that my artboards with the crazy Asian lettering is up at the top. And then I can start by just drawing a big square. Let's color it blue. I can still see all my other stuff. I just have to zoom in. It's all there. Don't be nervous. And then you can just start simple. So what if I just take this and I want copy paste. Oops. When I developed this, I changed some things around. So this, I'm just going to work with one. And then I want this as well. Oh. So this blue box, I need to cut. And let's create a new layer. And I'll call it blue background. Now you can do stuff on the tent, images. Got to turn off paste, remember layers now. So you can add imagery to that back wall, side walls, whatever. I'm going to do the top and just kind of show you real quick, like down and dirty. I'm not going to include my racing stripes. But like, you know, get that centered. We want this as big as possible. Again, but we don't want it going past. We need to keep a nice margin as big as possible without touching the red. All right? Like don't, like there's the biggest possible within reason of a human. Like don't like, oh man, that's big as possible. Like I think when people say that, you have to have that realization that we still need a gap on each side so it doesn't look goofy. Actually, I don't like how big that is. So I'm gonna hit, you know, let's reduce it to there. And then you just grab this and I can copy paste and just, you know, rotate it and put it in here. Now you can go crazy and have some fun. Let's see an old one of mine to give you some other ideas. All right, so for this one, I wanted the background to sort of like look like waffle cone. So here's like the 4 sides. Oh, where's my templates? All right. Since these are done, and I'll show you one more, but I'll just walk through like the idea. So like, here it is. This one has a giant background. I centered the background perfectly in the middle of all these. So when they print, there's hopefully some sort of unity to the way that they would print and go together. So I just have my logo big, Frozen Custard Festival on the valance. And so when it reads, it's going to be the logo and then Frozen Custard Festival. Because then we're going to have the logo again here and the logo again here. So then when I move over, front wall, front and back. So like the front, this is one where I'd say like, this is facing front. This is facing people. So I don't necessarily want the logo toward the ground, but maybe on the back of the tent where if nobody's walking back there, it can be big, like a billboard. But here you might have people standing. So you want, you know, or a table's going to be in front of it. Something that might be in front of it. So you want to raise that logo up. here on the back of it, just hopefully nobody parks their car or truck behind this tent. And then if it's still seen, it can still see it. It's a big buildable board. Here's just a blank one. Sometimes you could just have a blank, just a pattern to keep interest. But this is, I think it'd be boring. Like, I don't think anybody's going to care to see that. That's the back wall. Now you have side walls. And I drew this in. This is like a person. Head. So I started the stack. Like, so you can do fun things. You can double up. You can single with Frozen Custard Festival. You could do 3. I think I was going to do 3 and then they didn't fit good. It's like too much. That's just like, bleh. So like that's horrible. But like if I move this in, you move that in a bit, you know, like try to get it from here to here. What do we like did thirds? So it's 1, 2, 3. Again, you know, get that spacing perfect for all 3. And then there's just, you know, like planos, but just playing around. The tent can be anything you want, but you have to think about where people are, how far away when they see it. What does that mean? No small copy. It's a tent. It should just be big and bold. Like no, like real small. I got this real small thing on that tent. Like, no, it's big, 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 big. The bigger, the better. The louder, the better. We want people to see this from a mile away when they're walking up, that there's no question that they're at an event. Like this fits perfectly on, it should be fit perfectly on these lowers. And I'm looking at those. I'm not going beyond that red. That's the margin, right? And then we put a blue background on it. Thank gosh, I got my global colors. And I make sure that's all centered up, looking good. If I did the back wall, let's do a back wall. All right. Pull this, come on. All right. Oh, because I'm trying to grab part that it's not attached to. All right. You know, and then like, so here, and I might, you know, like, do I want to add, like, I should probably add in the stripes. I think I need to play with this. And I think I'll add in the stripes somewhere, but I'll play with it. But like, that's what, no, I'll just do it right now. Copy. Oh, I kind of like that stepping. You know why? Because it matches this roof. But that's kind of bringing in a different design element, I feel like, then. Like seeing it, it would have to be here. And then the problem we run into is then for this to work, object lock selection, this would have to drop to down here. And that ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna let that happen. So we'll Z that out. I think we have to do that bring in. I have to bring in the background and then add in that stripes. So you know, like this is what, you know, when I had this where when it fit correctly. X, and I need to put it behind that layer. This is where I'm gonna have to go back and just like stripes. I'm not labeling and I'm gonna run into trouble. And I want this to be skinnier, come right to there. And then now this can pull again. Oops. How did I grab that and then miss one? And then for this, I gotta send it back. Object, arrange, send it back, and then I can pull these out. Let's fix this blue thing. Oh, there is. What the heck? It's like, what do I keep seeing? Gotta keep your eyes open to that stuff. Like, this is none. I don't know why my fill just jumped on me either. Get that cleaned up. That should be a straight line. I think it should probably be in. You know, need some work, but for 38 minutes I got quite a bit done. And then now it's just like playing around. It's just playing around, trying different stuff out, seeing what you could do. But again, we're talking about that brand consistency where I haven't added a single new element to any of my designs. And anything that I did add, I used someplace else. I have my color palette, I have my logo, I have my fonts. Like nothing's changing. I'm not changing a font anywhere. I use the same font on every piece. I use the same color stripes on every piece. I use the same, it's the same. There's brand consistency. There's not a different blue. There's not a different orange. It's all the same continuously throughout. So that's what I want you to do. I will return on Thursday and we will talk about the other items. Just, you know, some tricks and tips of text on backgrounds and text on images and making it sure it shows up, that you're not hiding stuff or messing that up. And maybe a little other design work as well. All right, that's it for me today. You know how to get a hold of me. Please reach out with questions, comments, concerns, anything that's you got going on. Please feel free to stop in, use these awesome computers where we have hand drawing stations, Wacom, screens. You're missing out if you're not using them. You could be elevating your design quite a bit. I know I advertise this each time, but you know, it's your work, not mine. So I use these things every single day of my life. And yeah, it makes a big difference. So, all right, cool. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you. Bye.